All right. I managed to do it on my own again. I don't need no one to help me ever. Hey guys, you are back with Pick Your Battles. This is Danny here. Tom should be joining us later, but he unfortunately has work, so we'll see what happens there. Today we are going to be talking all about the Academy series, past and present. So I thought the first guest to join us should really be the first winner of the Academy. So here he is, guys. This is LS Dean. What's up?
What's happening? How's it
You good,
going?
man?
Can't
All good
complain.
here.
Yeah. Excited to talk about the academy.
Yeah, I think it's going
Always
to be
fun.
interesting this year. It's going to be interesting. So, obviously, you won the first academy. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your story of the academy, how you came about doing it? Because it was a bit of a funny story. You starting the academy as well, wasn't
Yeah, I didn't actually apply to the academy. I was supposed to be a last minute replacement, and because I didn't apply because I didn't think that they were going to accept people who had already tried before, and I didn't think that I'd done enough in order to like get a shot like that. But I attended Premier Battle's first event, and I was just like blown away by it. As loads of people are, like, you won't find anyone that doesn't go bang on about Premier Battle's first event.
it? Yep.
And I remember just getting at people and just being like, "Oh, if there is a dropout, I'll do it because I live in Manny, so it won't be hard." And I ended up having to last minute prepare like 4 days prep to battle Frequent Thought. And I got there and he didn't even battle anyway. He didn't even show up. So I had to like freestyle against Jay Short, which no one should ever do. That's not very fun. That's a horrible experience. That's like my 900th freestyle battle with Jay Short in my life. I don't think I've won any of them. It's a very not fun thing to
To
do.
be fair, that is a very daunting task to go up against. We were
Yeah,
saying
like
when we had him on, like when people give you ammo as well, like in a battle, if somebody asks Jay Short a question, you know you're going to get an answer. Like, so don't. And if he asks you a question, for example, like don't answer. It's a trap.
so yeah. But I got through that, and I think it was kind of just a fit. As like, I don't even think I deserved to get through that qualifier. It was kind of just like oh, you showed up, and everyone pulled out on you, so fair enough. And then I think I was like the second to last pick or something, and just
Okay.
I don't know, it kind of just motivated me to try and be good.
I think the team element helped that year as well. I think
The team element was dope.
yeah, Flawless and Tox, they really done well at being like against each other and really showing that there were two sides of it as well. Like you guys obviously played your part, but I think like having them two as the captains where they were
Yeah,
both
it was great. They
so
really like,
close as well. Like,
yeah, that's something I tried to
played
do
their part.
last year, is have like the team like try and get the right kind of personalities together, which is what made Team Talks really good.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was definitely more difficult last year. Like you couldn't really be meeting up and being behind each other and all that sort of stuff.
Oh
So
yeah, like because that's something
it
like
was
we literally did meet up before events, like
yeah.
for
It showed.
to the first academy, and like you can't even do that now, especially not like last year when like half of my team, like my of my top three guys, like only one of them lived near Manchester, the other one was like in Scotland, and then one's in Ireland. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's difficult. Definitely is. But yeah, so obviously, you've done well in the tournament. What was your path to tournament? So obviously, you start with Jay Short. Who did you battle next?
Tidal, who was the
Okay,
number one pick
I was
overall,
just about
so
to
that
say
was kind of like
that's a big name.
motivator.
Yeah, okay, and then after Tidal, I do remember that one as well. That was a good battle.
Yeah, Tidal
After
was very
Tidal,
fun. Deviant, which I think I wasn't very motivated for, and is not a very good battle, but I got through it. I think
okay, yeah,
Deviant kind of let himself down. If you ever watch that battle, there's something we don't bully Deviant enough for. He was on the track to beating me. I really think that, and then just wasted
okay.
his third round by talking to a bum bag. He like held up a bum bag and was
Yeah, I
like,
remember.
"I'm gonna rap against this fanny pack," which was like 2 months before everyone started wearing fanny packs anyway. So like,
Yeah,
kind of
no,
like, I don't know what he
Deviant,
was trying to do there.
Deviant always seems to do it like I don't know, like he's wasted a lot of his rounds in his past couple of battles
Yeah,
on
I
doing
mean, I
things
get that. Like, I definitely have a problem where like you'll notice like in my Bizzo battle, I wasted that last round, and I
mm,
get that Deviant has something where he thinks, oh, if I get a concept, then that can be the round. But
yeah,
I mean,
sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah,
you know, it could have worked or it can't. You know, it just didn't this time. I don't think.
yeah.
Well,
After
time
that,
for him.
after that had DARPA, which was a decent battle. He choked, so I got through that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, DARPA bangs on about that battle a hell of a lot. Bring it up to him. He loves it. He loves legislate it. It's great. And then the final, which was great. I really think that's one of my favourite battles I've been a part of. The room for the All-Star game was insane. And just the vibes and the fact that everyone was willing to be so cool with the first battle of the day. You don't often get that. Like, sometimes you'll get
the element of you guys earning it is what brought that, because it was like if you look back at the names now that were in the tournament, like back then they were the kind of, I wouldn't say the names like carrying the scene, but definitely carrying like the mid card of the scene, if you know what I mean. Like if
that's
we didn't
something
have
that
them
I think
then,
that
we wouldn't have had nothing.
People don't realize about how the academy's changed. Everyone's like, oh, the academy's not as good anymore. And it's like, yeah, but back then the academy was the only way to get into Premier Battles if you weren't already top tier. Like now we have undisclosed. So you've got to consider the academy and undisclosed and then weigh that up to the academy back then. Because so Georgie Roots didn't do the academy because he could just go straight on undisclosed, and he earned himself a way into Anarchy just by doing that. Like back then, you know, is Georgie Roots any higher now? I mean, before the kind of Anarchy started, than like an iKid, like probably not. It's just that was the way into Premier Battles back then, was just the academy. So that's why the names were a bit bigger than now, where it is purely tryouts and, you know, people who've done it before.
Yeah, no, I think it's like people always get it confused. It isn't, like you just said, it isn't just for tryouts. It obviously is. We want to find these new people, you know, people that we ain't seen the names of, like this list that we've got now. Like I was saying, about 40% of it, I don't think I've heard their names. So I've been trying to look up a few bits and bobs, and I've been putting in the forum about getting, like, you know, a bit of evidence of what they've done. I found a few bits, and I'm liking what I see. So it should be a good tournament. Is there anyone on there that you think's like a favorite to go win it or anything like that at all?
I think Graza will do well. That's someone I might have to get it up again. Of the ones I can remember, Graza should be good. Who else is in there? Luigiano's been around a bit. Robin HD's been around a bit. McCoy can really write, so he has to put everything else together. And then there's a lot of newer names. Hylas can write, it's whether he can put it together. Rubik's, I'm excited to see how he's going to change stuff now. Like, he's had a little bit of while out, so we'll see what he comes back with. Wisdom, I know he can rap, so yeah, like I think at first I wasn't very excited for it at all, but now I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, I can see how this can be really fun.
I think it's going to be a healthy tournament, definitely.
Yeah, it's a bit more quick fire this time as well. It's not like there's no teams or anything like that. It's just bam, bam, bam. Let's.
Yeah, every man for himself. Definitely. Sorry. Yeah, like I said, I think Graza as well. Just purely because I've seen most of him. I think I've seen more of Graza than most others, so I think I would go with him for that. But you know, after the first round, I think he's absolute dog bollocks. So who knows? Who knows? But yeah, talking of those guys, we're going to bring a couple of them on one by one. You know, we'll just have a little chat with them. But we've got a few viewers in the comments and everything as well. So thank you guys for coming on. If you want to drop a comment, who do you think has got the tournament? Do you think it's a clear shot for Graza, or what do you reckon? Do you reckon there'll be an upset? Maybe one of these new guys that you know? Let us know what you think. But whilst we do that, we are going to bring in Hylas, if you're ready. So here he is. Oh, has he disappeared instead? I think he has actually gone from the stream instead. Okay, well, instead, oh no, wait.
Shit, I'm here. Sorry. That's just how I roll. Like pressing the wrong button at the exact wrong time. Nah, that was me, as always.
How's it going, man?
Do you want to just introduce yourself?
Not bad. Is the lag okay? Yeah. No
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Should we do
You
the
expect
clap
that in the house, don't you?
again?
Yeah, I don't think we need that now. I think we're good. Yeah,
So go ahead,
I've
man. Introduce yourself.
yeah, I've just been I've been rapping since I was like 12 years old, and I'm like really old now. So I've gone through a few like phases and stuff, and but the thing is that I've dipped in and out of battle rap since like Smack DVD stuff, you know. So I've been watching it for a long time, but just like not as an obsession. I get obsessed with other shit like wrestling, but battle rap not so much. But then the last 3 years or something, I really started like really going down the YouTube rabbit hole and just like becoming like a fan and just thinking to myself like, hey, could I do this? Could I do this? You know, like such a different way of writing because obviously I've made songs for years, but it's thinking of a punchline first and writing backwards, trying to slot it all. It's very kind of like I want to say robotic. But it doesn't have to be that way. But I think if you want to win, if you want to be direct, if you want to come with angles, and you know what I mean, you have to be strict with yourself. And when you're writing rhymes and stuff, I'm not strict at all. I'm a very stream of consciousness kind of writer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I did think to myself, maybe I'm just going to come with some Jester Black shit and just like fucking just say some mental shit that like maybe isn't relevant to the and not to throw shade on Jester Black, but you know what I'm saying, like kind of like just come up with that poetic kind of spoken word angle thing. But I've just decided to just be like way more direct and just I don't know.
I agree with what you're saying. Like it's interesting. I think that battle rap has a level of rules and of tropes that we've all decided to stick by, but the ingenuity comes in how can you play about within those rules, how can you play about within the 3 rounds. It's good that you've recognized that. That's something I've been thinking about, like that you don't necessarily have to reinvent the wheel. Sometimes it's more interesting to see what you can do within that box.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I've been friends with a couple of guys as well, like on just like from Twitter and stuff, and kind of had that explained to me a little bit, because I think when when I first started writing, it was a little bit kind of scattered about and stuff. And I know everybody is like they show other battlers their rounds and stuff like that and stuff and get advice, and I think that's just the thing to do. I mean some people might look down on that, you know what I mean, because it's not pure.
I don't think you'll find any top tier that doesn't like. I mean,
exactly.
maybe the very special ones, but like
who just don't need it. But
sometimes I just feel shit like the week before a battle and just want to feel better. So I send Frankie my rounds. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like just like Frankie compliment me.
Yeah, like, I mean, I've done dancing and stuff and like acting in the past, and any kind of performing, I would show people before I went and showed like loads of people. You don't want to fall flat on your face. I think that happens everywhere.
Exactly.
Like, what the issue is, I think, is when, like, obviously, if somebody's writing for you, then that's obviously the massive no that everyone says. But if people are helping you tweak your bars and things like that, I couldn't see that as a bad thing at all. I just see that as growth. You're taking advice.
I don't even think I don't use it to tweak my bars so much as like angles and ideas. Like that's my I can write a bar, but like sometimes I'll just get focused on something like an idea that I think is really funny, and I need people to be like, nah, that's the least funny thing ever, or nah, only 3 people are gonna get what you're saying. Like
true.
Yeah, definitely.
And like it's very hard to explain an idea in such a short amount of time in such parameters that you need to show people and just be like, hey, do you get what I'm saying here?
Yeah, that's got to be such a crazy balance. Like just to how much you can appeal to the niche part of the scene, and then but also want to Premier Battles obviously does want to expand into a bigger audience as any so like it's people talk about it all the time, don't they? Like like I think that it's fine to reference stuff like that, but just don't do too much of it, because if like an outsider watches it, and they'll forgive you for not understanding a few insider bars, but if you're just doing it all the time, probably not a good idea.
They get bored of it, definitely. And like that's what I found really interesting about like bringing my cousin on and trying to get him into battle rap and stuff, is I thought it was a lot more niche than it actually is as well. Something I've noticed is it's a positive thing, obviously, but especially the Anarchy tournament because of like I think tournaments are the way forward at the moment. I really do,
Yeah,
and then have like exhibitions. You know, literally do it as a sport.
But
Have a
it's not even
tournament
the way
with
forward. It's how
everyone.
things used to be, and like
Yeah.
we kind of got
Yeah,
away
exactly.
from it. But like when I got into battle rap, all I ever wanted to do was get into a top 8 tournament. That's all I ever wanted to do because I knew I'd succeed in a top 8 tournament. And then first opportunity I got to get in a tournament, I succeeded. Like you got to give people
Yeah.
a thing to aim for. Like lower tiers are just going to stop trying if they're not got some like objective.
Yeah, definitely. So Hylas, I wanted to ask yourself, who is it that you're battling? I haven't got it up in front of me, but who is it that you're against? Do you know?
Yeah, it's a baptism of fire. It's Rubik's.
Okay.
Been doing it a long time. Yeah, I know he's took a break, but yeah, definitely got some experience, hasn't he? So yeah, it was a
I
tough
suppose
one.
though, in that way, you've got more that you could say about him than he may have to say about you, I guess, as well. So
That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is something.
Yeah, and it's
Good.
funny because he tried as soon as we got each other. You know, Briggsy sent the email. He tried to follow me on my private Instagram, and I was like, "Nah, I'm not doing that." and then when we submitted our rounds, I like hit him up, you know, on the messenger on IG and let him follow me, and he said, "Yeah, you hiding yourself says more about you than you'll know anyway." So I was just like, "All right, use that as an angle. That's fine."
Yeah.
But yeah, I wasn't going to give him any ammunition because there's plenty of ammunition on my social media, I'm sure. But yeah, I won't be able to do that for too long if I
Well, that's one of the awkward things about like, and it wasn't less so in the academy because I got lucky and got to battle people who already had battles out. But when you're battling someone who's like not really battled that much, you just don't have shit to say, and you end up like it's hard because a lot of times you just end up inventing a person to battle and then trying to convince the audience that your opponent is that person. It's
when you get stuck in that position though, like you almost become the boring person because you have nothing to say, and then the audience is looking like you. Like
that's what I feel like. A lot of tryouts just need to start just bragging. People love bragging. Just spend 30 seconds about how sick you are. Like, do it.
That is what
that
is what battle bars used to be, and like that's
Yeah,
basically what URL. That's what URL is anyway.
Well,
really.
yeah, because you can say it to anyone. You don't.
Yeah.
It's
and
from
fine.
like the old freestyle culture of like you need to have you know 64 bars on you at all times. They're not going to be about your opponent.
No, that's it, and like that's fine, and like I definitely wouldn't want to do that because I've got way too much material with Rubik's. You know what I mean? Because but yeah, I totally forgive someone for doing it. In fact, Kick Nelly was the guy that I battled in the qualifiers last year, and he did a really good job considering I was a completely anonymous person. Like he couldn't find anything, you know, at all. But he found out a couple of things like that I like wrestling and that I was old. That was pretty much it. But he did really well with what he had, and I think Kick Nelly's way underrated personally. Not just saying that because we're kind of buddied up like afterwards and talk to each other and stuff. But he's really good. Yeah, he should be getting another opportunity on Prem, I think.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like,
I think that's where it will probably land, and I think that's where a lot of like, you know, the ones
he's got character, and that's so important.
Yeah.
So
he's got bars as well.
Yeah, but like for so many years, like there's a way you can market him. It might be tough,
absolutely,
but there is a way you can do it.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Whereas like for a lot of guys, I'm just like, oh, sure, you have bars, but like, what else is there about you? Like everyone has bars. It's 2021. We've been locked in the house for 2 years. We all have bars.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Even the fans have now, you know.
Yeah, genuinely, even the fans have bars.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah. That's it. That's what we all were before, anyway, wasn't it?
That's one thing I've never tried to do is write bars, because if I even slightly thought that I wrote something good, I'd be like, right, that's it, Shotty, where are you? Like I would be so stupid, and it would just not look good on me. So I've just never tried. I just enjoy it.
Nah, do you know what?
I do want to try and bring someone else on. Go ahead, man.
What you've just said there, that is the attitude of a battle rapper. You should want to go and battle Shotty. So
yeah, that's it. You're the best person ever. I know, but it's a silly statement to come out with anyway. But that would be my first shot. Like, I'm like Rocky Balboa out here, you know.
That's it.
But yeah, I do want to bring someone else on. And just because, you know, they came first, so Graz, you're gonna have to wait just a little bit longer. But we are gonna introduce Cooper now. So hopefully he is being added.
Yo, what's good? Thanks for having me on, man.
What's up,
Hello.
man?
How's it doing?
Yeah,
that's all good.
What's up?
Good man.
All good. Want to just introduce yourself a little bit for us?
Yeah, I guess my rap name's Cooper. Never battled before, so this will be sort of my first sort of dabbling into battle rap, I guess. I think much like everyone has been rapping and writing for years. Been a fan of battle rap for a good few of those. Go in and out of it, I think, a little bit. Sometimes you see certain battles and everything. Saw the opportunity with Premier Battles and thought, yeah, let's give it a go. Why not? Seems like fun, you know what I mean? So
Nice,
yeah, looking forward to it.
I like that. Is there anywhere anyone can find like the sort of stuff that you guys have done before? I probably should have asked both of you that first, but Cooper, where like plug your socials quick.
Yeah, it's just Cooper. You'll find me on that. You've got SoundCloud, you've got YouTube. I think I've got the latest song on Spotify. So I mean, check that out or whatever if you want. But yeah,
awesome. And Hylish yourself?
Yeah, everything's just Hylas Geist. So I should spell that out. So Hylas, like it's spelt there, without the S, without the extra S's, with just one S, and then Geist, Geist. That's like German for ghost. So yeah, Instagram is the main place where you'll find stuff, and then it'll probably have links to SoundCloud and stuff. But yeah, I've been releasing a lot of music the last few years. So if anyone wants to check anything out, you know, it might not be to all battle rap fans' taste, but you know, you never know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, I love the music you make, but they're gonna like it. You've seen their comments when they played my music. They're gonna like that shit.
Hey, to be fair, I was not on those people on that stream telling them to skip that song. I was enjoying them all.
I don't give a fuck.
I like music.
Yeah, me too.
I don't give a shit.
But Cooper, so why Academy 21? Why not Academy 20 or 19? You know, why this shit?
I think it was just I wanted to see how it was at the last time. Obviously, watched a lot of those battles when they came out, and some of the battles I'm watching, I'm thinking, okay, I could definitely hold my own in this. I mean, battle rap's never something I've actually done, and the actual writing process for battle rap is very different than when I'm just listening to a beat or trying to put a concept for a song. So I just got to a point where I was just like, I think I could do something here. Like I like the energy of the crowds. I think Premier Battles crowd, some of the crowds, it just looks incredible. Like if I can ever get to that stage, that'll be where it's at. You know what I mean? The energy in the room just seems unmatched.
Yeah, definitely. So, as a fan of battle rap, you said that you've kind of come in and out of it. Did you like go to events and stuff, or is that what you were, or was you just kind of like an online fan, or?
Always been sort of an online fan, really. Obviously, everyone was a big fan of Don't Flop back in the day when it was sort of big up there. So caught a lot of those battles. Yeah, I've got tickets for the I think it's the Undisclosed up in the next couple of months or so. So that's going to be my first live event actually just going to as a fan.
Is that the one I'm on?
Yes, yeah, you're on there.
Yeah.
So I'll be seeing you there,
I should probably write that at some point.
I'll be there. I'm
you got longer than 24 hours. You'll be fine.
Oh god, this is gonna suck.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that because I'd actually brought the tickets to that before the Premier applications come out. So it was like, oh, I'll go and watch one, see what it was like, and then that come out, and I went, oh, go on, why not? Let's give it a go. So the worst they can do is turn me down.
Yeah, no, true, definitely. And I mean, like we were saying, even if you know the winner of Academy doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get your your just desserts and your plate that you deserve, but it doesn't mean that's the end of the line for everybody else in the tournament. You know, look at what Major has done. Deviant still had a lot of battles on Premier Battle as well.
I mean, visual,
visual. Slester being put into he won, but being put into like a big tournament like that as well.
Well, Slester lost his first Academy, and then I brought him back because I thought that he had loads of potential. So there's stuff like that. Bizzo lost his Academy and then just smashed it.
Will Ross, but he stopped rapping, but he's great.
Yeah, I was going to try and get him on here actually. I was hoping he'd be able to, but I don't think I could get to him. But yeah, Cooper, it's going to be interesting. What sort of music would you say that you're doing? What sort of style is it?
It's hard to say. If you go back and listen to some of the first stuff I released, you can very clearly tell I was influenced by American rap. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's brought up by in some rounds against me, but sort of I've got to live with that. It's on the internet now. So sort of just stepping away from that now. I don't release a lot of music really. For me, it's always just been a hobby. I've got no real disillusions of where I am with it. I've always just enjoyed it as a hobby, making music, writing rhymes and everything. So this is almost just an extension of that. And I just think, let's see how it goes. So, yeah.
I like that. Who is it you're battling?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. That's the problem. His name's classic. Like that. That's or
That's
her.
such a good name.
It's a good name.
Oh man, I know that fear. That my first Don't Flop tryout, I couldn't find anything about them,
No.
and I literally was just like, "Please don't be a bird. Please don't be a bird."
Oh, so you've literally not even found this person online.
No.
Mate, I thought
You've got a name.
I've got a name, but the problem is,
Is it 2 rounds? It's 2 rounds, isn't it?
No, it's
3 rounds.
three. Yeah.
You're fucked.
Exactly. That's what I mean, mate. Like it was weird because I'm literally going through I've got Premier Battles, every follower loaded up, looking for this guy. Like he must be on here, must be somewhere. Just find me a social media, a picture, just anything I can go off. Because trying to write 3 rounds on someone that I don't even know exists is was a bit of a challenge, but I think I had fun with it anyway. So
I actually understand your pain because I've been trying to do that past couple of days to get this episode going. Trying to get hold of these people, like everyone's like FT196. I'm like, what? How am I meant to find this person? Like, you know, sell yourselves better, please.
We got tagged on the Insta post. He wasn't there. It's just like, okay, I'll give up. I'll try and find some angles on this. So yeah, I just had a bit of fun with it. I think the whole idea of filming yourself as well was a bit odd with it because it's a 1 minute round. It's very much just there's no pausing, it's just constant. You've got to just be sort of on it. It's trying to learn.
Mate, there's no way to not make it corny, unfortunately. You just got to do your best.
Accept it. Yeah.
I will say a word of advice for anyone who gets in that situation in the future. Like, because what I ended up doing in my tryout is just emailing back and being like, "Oi, send me whatever he sent you in order to get this tryout," because then at least you have that.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you're ever in that kind of situation, just be like, how did they get this battle? Because I don't have anything and you don't want me to not have anything.
Sure. Yeah. That'd have been good to know before I submitted my rounds, but I'll keep it in mind.
You know. Listen, so the Academy 2026 winner is watching this right now. They don't even know it. They're going to realise that.
Yep, exactly, man.
He's
hosting it and he's already written it down.
Well, I'll try to get the stream out a bit more. Hang on, my phone's burning up.
Can we talk about how Graz's opponent is in America? He's in the United States, and he's under the impression that it's a complete video tournament, but it's not.
It's not, no.
So if he's awesome and he beats Graza, he's gonna have to be flown over. Unfortunately,
hang on, because we're talking about this, we got to bring the guy in. We've got to. Graza, you ready? Yeah.
Oh, Graza,
bring him in.
We'll bring him in because I've got this as well.
This is a dangerous
anecdote for.
This is a dangerous amount of email rappers for one stream. This might break the record.
That was good.
That's what we do here, Dean. It's all good. Yeah, you good, Grazzy, yeah?
Yeah, I'm good, good, man. You?
Good. Yeah, all good here, all good. I'm just hoping and praying my internet holds out for us. Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, you're good.
Bless.
All good. So what? Hydus, what was she just saying?
That was a good segue, wasn't it? That's a great segue. Grazza, go on, man. I stole his anecdote. Go on, tell it, because I said it, but I don't think these guys actually believe it yet. So you're gonna have to say it again.
No, I don't.
Yeah. So for like a good 3/4 of this writing, so when Briggsy emailed us, he was like Dean just said, "Oh, ask him anything about him," but in the email it says, like, "You've got a name and that's it." Oh fuck. Oh,
yeah, that was it.
What's going on? He was like, "You got an email and that's it." And like, I got an alright relationship with Briggsy, so I messaged him and was like, "Bro, I can't find this guy anywhere." And he was like, "It's too long to just give everyone information." So I was
okay.
Oh,
is he gone?
Yeah,
lost you there, man.
The first dropout of the tournament. Graz's Wi-Fi.
Didn't even make it to the tournament.
It'll happen. That's an academy, like, that is one of the
put their entries in already. Do you guys know? Has everyone submitted their entries?
Know.
Do you know anything? Ooh,
no.
Okay.
No. They're all submitted. Yeah, they're all submitted. Complete. Yeah, at the end of the month, they had to be submitted. So, but by the end, midnight on the 29th, they had to be submitted. So yeah, and they're going to be played on the 9th, as far as I know, on a live stream. So
we don't know if everyone submitted it though. No confirmation or anything like that. So Who knows?
I'm
You
back.
know, it's just gonna be like, yeah, you're back. You good?
Yeah. So basically, so I couldn't find this guy for ages. I actually found someone else with the same name and wrote like 3/4 of my stuff to this guy. And then I seen, and then like some white guy from like Connecticut or something like that. And
Oh
then,
shit! So it's not even him.
Nah. And then
You didn't update me with that
And then I
information.
went on, and then I got tagged on a post on Instagram, and I saw like everyone else was tagged, and I seen he was tagged, and I clicked on it, and he's some like Rastafarian from the Bronx or something like that.
Oh shit!
yeah. And then like he put a post about it saying, like basically saying that Premier Battles was like, so it's all online apart from the final, and he was claiming that PB was paying his travel fee and that. So I was like, like that's at least something to go off. It's fucking paying your travel fee in the prize pot about 50 quid or something like that.
Maybe he's a prodigy
on tickets for you.
Yeah, maybe he's a prodigy, and this whole thing is just like promo for him, like to have his like.
Yeah, I mean, this is
win.
you found Briggsy's American cousin. That's what you don't realize. We're just trying to get it on the books.
Maybe
you know
that's
what I mean?
what it
Like,
is.
right off on that.
Yeah,
That is funny.
But-
My God.
but yeah, he
So,
seems to
obviously that was a bit weird
exclusively
to write
battle
for.
online anyway. Like he's got two sort of 1 round URL. Like he's a proper URL wannabe. Like it should be good though.
I'm excited now you've said that. I'm very excited to watch
I'm
that.
looking
Well,
forward to that one.
I've tried to make the most of like the whole online battle thing, and I genuinely think the end of my second, you'll never have seen anything like it before.
I'll tell you-
Whether
I'll
that's
tell
a
you-
good or a bad thing,
I'll tell you who
you'll
made the
never
most
have
of it
seen
last
an
year.
ending.
Nick made the most of it. Kick
Oh,
Nelly
yeah,
last
yeah.
year.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
outfit changed in
Yeah.
between
Yeah,
rounds.
Yeah.
I was so
Which-
happy with that.
Oh shit! Yeah, that wasn't against me. That was
Every
that was
outfit
against Georgie Roots. That was against Georgie Roots,
Every
right?
outfit was worse than the last. It was very.
I'll send you my second after this, Dean, and I'll show you what I mean.
I'm judging, man. I can't see him.
Oh, are you judging?
I
You
think
can
so.
send it to me though.
Who else
I don't
is
mind,
judging?
you
Do you know?
I
Yeah.
know Milky and I know Mavis, but I think there's a few
Oh,
more.
that's cool. That's cool.
Is there a fan vote part of it as well? Did I read that?
That's what I
Like
was
one of
gonna
them.
ask on YouTube.
I'm not
If it's on
100%.
the
I
Twitch,
believe
then there'll be
so.
fan vote.
I believe
definitely.
there is. It does say in the email there's a.
That's
there's
what
a
I thought,
fan
yeah.
vote. Yeah.
Maybe it'll be like they do their own polls, don't they? So maybe it'll be a poll on Facebook after or something. Don't know.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. It will be interesting. Obviously,
But
we're
they're
going live on
three-
YouTube, just straight on there
three
as well, so
solid
that's cool.
judges.
People will be able to watch. Yeah. I think it's really important. Like the judge selection is more important than the judge's decision sometimes. I find.
Yeah,
If you get the
yeah.
wrong judge,
I
you're
think
just
a lot of the
running into
time
issues.
it just falls on who's in like the building or the live chat that's the most top tier person, and I don't think that always translates to a good judge. Like Quill, for example, like I rate him highly as a battler, but he made some very weird decisions in the Anarchy tournament for sure.
Getting judges is just a nightmare. Like, we really need to go
Yeah.
back to what Don't Flop used to have with MA as a head judge, and that be a full-on staff role, because it is
Yeah.
I
difficult.
thought
as
MA
fuck.
always made some bad calls though, so it's,
But it's not just that him personally, his judging. It was that he was in charge of making sure every single battle always had judges. And sometimes it's just a night. Like me versus Matta, yeah, I lost, but the judging panel for it, like Canel's already heard my rounds outside, like drunk out of his face. The dude couldn't stand up, and that's not like it's not. It didn't matter because I was gonna lose anyway. But like sometimes when you get to an end of an event, there's no one there who wants to judge.
yeah,
like,
agreed.
The other people who are going to agree to judge are pissed. So, like, maybe that's the next thing to get, like, to start planning it out further and further.
Yeah,
No,
definitely.
definitely.
I would say. Grazza, everybody else had the chance to kind of introduce themselves a bit. So now that your Wi-Fi is locked in, do you want to, introduce yourself? I guess let us know what you've been doing, where you've been.
Yeah. Obviously, I was in the Academy 19, and like, just due to fuckery, I had to miss out on battling visual. So I thought I took a year off, and I thought I'll come back. I think this is more before I dropped out of the academy, I'd kind of been on like speaking terms with Briggsy and Bloodstro about doing more battles, and then obviously understood that because I, you know, whether it's like my own fault or not, like I dropped the ball having to drop out. So I feel like this is sort of a more of a redemption thing for me to prove myself back to those guys than anything than necessarily winning. Like I feel like I'm in a real good footing, but I'm doing it more to prove myself to those guys and just the people I feel I let down over compared to winning it, even though obviously that's the intention. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. It's gonna be some good shit.
Awesome, man. Awesome. I love it when people like come back. I like that kind of you've almost got like a story arc to it, and like
Yeah,
I think that, like,
yeah, definitely.
I feel like
I'm
you were kind of like a Thanos by the end, because I feel like everyone was rooting for Major Concerns in your final because he was, you know, the new guy. Like nobody knew who he was. 4 battles later, he was like a winner of a tournament. That's what people wanted. That's what the narrative people wanted. I feel like, but you squashed that very.
Listen,
very
if
well.
there's one thing I love, it's disappointing people. It's my favourite thing around. I love it so much. There's been a constant and consistent disappointment and ruining people's day. Oh. I don't know.
You do it well. No, it was good.
But
Though. I mean,
you do have to create your own narrative. That's something Bizzo's done very well in this Anarchy tournament. That he's like in his battle versus me, he was like, "Yo, I'm the underdog. I'm doing this," and then his battle versus Matter, he's like,
just make sure you don't keep your clothes on because I'm no. I'm having a poo. Oh, okay then. All right then. Go on. He's having a poo.
But yeah, I agree.
We're getting that audio. I was like,
that's what I got to deal with. I can mute my mic. Hold on.
But yeah, I feel like that's sort of the way that, like,
right. Anyway,
me and Jan, when I battled Jan in the 19 Academy, I feel like that's sort of it was very much like before that battle. Briggsy was very much like no one's promoing. There doesn't seem to be any sort of reason for you guys battling opposed to just being in a tournament together. So that's something I really try. Like I feel like I really went into that Jan battle as being because I promoted like so much and like talked so much shit about him before. I think a lot of people was expecting him to come in and win because like they didn't think I had anything else to say. So it's always better when you're kind of on that footing.
Yeah, you got to try and. You've got to try and come up with a narrative, but not play your hand a bit too much.
Yeah, definitely. Which is
I've been guilty of all the time.
Yeah, but I feel like this year's so much different than any tournament, like any of the academies before it, because there is such a mixed bag of experience and skill level in general.
Yeah,
it's going to be. Yeah. I don't think it's going to go like 100% the way people think it might go. With a lot, like I feel like probably like Rubik's is probably expected to win, and I think he probably might, but I could easily see like Hylas taking the win as well. And just little things like that. I think there's a lot more uncertainty in the outcomes for most of the battles compared to previous years, for sure.
Yeah, I think I've, like I said, looking down the list, this year I've known the least amount of people basically on that list, definitely, and that's what excites me about this one because it's all fresh. Like that's what I've like I was saying, that's the tournament sort of style as well, the Anarchy stuff. Like everything just feels fresh. I don't know, it's a very strange thing for a fan, I feel, but it's definitely like all positive though. I think this is, for me personally, this is what we should be doing. It brings the competition back, you know, like even just you guys coming in now, like imagine these were just how many rounds are like 5 rounds in it, so imagine these were just 5 different events.
4 I think, because we've not done the qualifiers.
So 4 if you get final. Yeah
so yeah, 4, so it's going to be a quick tournament, which is, you know, I really like, I always think the qualifiers are the best part of any academy there's been. Because I like those kind of, you always get those car crash battles and things like that. So I am good
like X Factor type shit.
Yeah, but those are best when you're in the room. They're not.
I agree, yeah.
You don't want to watch them online. So like we need to, like next year, the biggest car crash possible. I'm gonna go on a good recruiting. I'm gonna like just get people from the bus stop to battle. You know what I mean? We're gonna
do like Magic Mike mirror match. That'll be enough.
Oh, Magic
hey,
Mike.
let's put some
That'll be
respect
enough.
on Magic
Yeah,
Mike's
he
name.
can
I kept,
Yeah,
I
he's
kept trying to
no,
get
that's what I'm
Blunt
saying.
to
His
try out, but
character
I
is
didn't
enough
wanna
to
do
just be him on the stage. That is the car crash that
Yeah.
you need. That's what he does, though. Isn't it? That's him. He does it
Yeah,
very
but
well.
Magic Mike
Like
sometimes
breakdancing and handstands and
he's-
stuff in the middle of a rap battle.
Magic Mike will sometimes come out with the most fire fucking bar you've ever heard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What was
Yeah.
one he said? I battled him and I brought it up. He said, I get the metal and work my way from the outside in like a posh dinner, something along those lines. And that was just fucking like I'm butchered it a bit, but it was just fire. Like he's just proof
Yeah,
that
that
you
is
can
nice.
put if you he does so many battles. He's just proof if you put like a fucking monkey in a room with a typewriter long enough, it'll write Shakespeare. Like,
Oh shit. All right, so obviously, what's the prize for Academy? You guys obviously all think you're going to win, otherwise why? But what is the prize? Is it a big name? Like before?
you get 100,
No idea.
It's 150 quid.
No idea.
You get obviously
wanna win it.
yeah, £150. I think a big push from PB, and either you get your pick of a battle, like whoever you want within reason, or like an automatic spot into Anarchy next year. I think.
Nice.
Okay. That would be quite
which is-
interesting, I think, to give an automatic spot to Anarchy.
Yeah, definitely. I don't.
Mm.
I've always felt with the academy, it's not so much like winning that's the massively important thing. It's proving that you can improve. And like you've already said, like it's kind of been that people that haven't won have maybe had the biggest push and the bigger plates.
Yeah,
So
I
it'd be
agree.
interesting to see sort of where
So, like,
people
who
go
would you guys-
and haven't necessarily won.
Have you thought about anyone like who you would like to battle? Graz, we'll start with you. Is there anyone like that you would like put down on your list of people, you know, as a prize if you
Outside
wanted to
of-
battle at the end?
If I won,
Like, obviously, you win the tournament. Briggsy comes to you and says, "What's the battle that you want?" What battle would you be choosing?
I'd really like to battle Matter, because I feel like we have very similar approaches to our battles. Where I'm quite jokes over bars, but I do definitely try and put as many like punchlines in as I can, and have come with a few bars like sprinkled into it. But 80% of what I come with will be humorous. So I feel like it'd be quite a good battle that, and he seems to be someone that's quite into giving kind of newer guys, let's say experienced guys, a shot. So Matt would be my personal pick. It might not be the best battle, but it'd be one that I would personally really want to do.
Okay, cool. What about you, Cooper?
It's hard to say at this stage, mate. Really, honestly, I'd probably just want someone I'd want to battle and just like see how they come against me. Someone like Pedro, man. I've watched Pedro's battles so many times. When I
love that
first watched
choice.
him,
I rate that
Yeah.
choice so highly.
Like, when I
That is-
first
yeah, I'll
watched-
rate that.
when I first watched Pedro on Don't Flop, it was a case of like, what is this guy and what's he on? And then as I watched it more, it's like, he's the funniest battle rapper I've ever watched. It's just like all the random multis he freestyles. I just love to be in the room with him, just to see what he'd say against me. It'd just be, I think,
Yeah.
I don't know if it'd be a great battle, but for me, that'd just be good laugh.
I always feel like when Pedro got really big, it wasn't that Pedro caught up to everyone else. I feel like everyone else caught up to Pedro.
It was weird, man. It was
That's
weird
it.
being in the room for that share battle because, like,
You're in there.
it was
but-
kind. Pedro's momentum was building before that, but it just kind of clicked for everyone in the room, and it was one of those things where, like, the original Don't Flop booking staff were so good at like pushing someone who the fans hadn't quite got yet.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
as
that
well.
was the
Like
one.
the moment that I really started to notice Pedro as like more than, you know, some scatty roadman. was when he turned around to P Soldier and said, "Your mum will get punched in her son's lip." After that, like
I remember that one. That one always made me
I
laugh.
started to think about,
That was
like,
freestyle.
I just started to think like him, and then I was like, right, I understand what a Pedro is now. Do you know what I mean? I just got into his head and realized, like, that's how you got to think. And after that, it was just, I just realized what he was, and his character as well. That's why I love battle rap. Everything's so different in people. Like, you've literally got Juan, and then you've got Pedro.
Yeah.
Like, I can never imagine them two being in the same room
Yeah,
together,
man,
doing the same thing.
same type of person, same background. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I was at
man.
the event where Pedro punched Bard, which was so great. I went with my boy, and he went to the shop at the same time my mate did, and he threatened to stab him if he didn't buy him a can of special brew. And ever since then,
Wow.
I just loved Pedro so
Pedro's
much.
the best, man. You know what Pedro's first words, like the first words I ever heard Pedro say to me was, "Hey, can you get me class A's?" Didn't even ask. Like, it wasn't like, "What do you want, man? Do you want crack? Do you want acid? What are we going for here?" Or is it? You know what I think it was? I've thought about this for a while. I think if I'd have said no, he would have just said pussy. He didn't even. He didn't want any. He just wanted to know if I could get. He wanted to know if I was cool.
Oh, that is funny. Hi, that's good to have you back, man.
Yeah,
same
sorry
question.
about that.
If you could, that's all good, man. Don't worry. If you could pick a battle, so obviously you win Academy and you get to pick your battle, what would it be?
Oh, that is so tough. I think about it all the time, but I don't really come up with an answer. I think ultimately getting to battle, like, and this is going to be so cliche, but if I get to battle like Shuffle T and get decimated by him, I'll be really proud of that. That might be the end point, like. But anyway, do you want to come in? he just can't leave me alone,
Good
man.
answer.
That's all good.
But no, do you know what? There's also like guys from the academy last year, which I thought were really underrated, like maybe Henry and I'm just gonna look just all the posh guys. Like, I'll just battle all the posh guys. I think that'll work.
You'll run out of things to say though.
I know,
Eventually,
that is
you've
true,
got
that is
too many of the
true.
same people. It's difficult.
I've tried to come a little bit, like, play on that a little bit less this year, maybe. I don't know. I don't think I played on it last year, but I just don't want to come across like that too much, because it limits what you can do a little bit, doesn't it? When you're just kind of like, oh, I'm just a kind of, because but I don't know. Like, God, such a tough question. It shouldn't be. There's like thousands of battlers, but I don't know. I don't know. I think I honestly would just be like, just anybody that's put in front of me, I would take him.
Okay, so if you had to, let's try and narrow it down. If you had to pick somebody from Anarchy, who would you pick?
Oh, okay. So you've got the. I'm looking at the. Oh.
Okay, a little bit behind us.
Yeah. Okay. So the brackets. I'm looking at the brackets. God, it's so hard. This is great viewing for everybody. Maybe like Lazy Ass Jack, I guess. Like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good choice.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe Lazy Ass Jack. I don't know though. I don't know. I think actually we probably are a little bit similar in certain ways, and probably the way we rap as well. So that might be a good one.
Yeah, definitely. I think that'd be cool.
I think the best thing you could do is to battle Matter in his hometown and lose, and then battle Briggsy in his hometown and lose, and then spend 3 months making fun of Lazy Ass Jack, and then battle in front of 1,000 people and lose, and that is possible.
Yeah.
I think that's the best path you could take. And whilst you're doing that, just start completely changing the style of rap that made you win the tournament. That's also my advice. I would also do that.
You know what? That is something that I noticed actually. The LS Dean that was against Major Concerns was completely different to the LS Dean that faced Matt. What do you think that was?
It was literally that I was trying to do something against Matter, where I was trying to show like the Matter like aggressive style, like the weird like post-ironic style that Matter has, where he gets to say all this shit and get away with it. but I just did not pull it off whatsoever. And then I just didn't want to battle Briggsy, so I was like, "Oh, I've got 1,000 gun bars saved up. I'm just going to carry on using these," which was one of the failures of the team format, that you just ended up battling a lot of people you didn't want to battle. I'm the kind of person that if I don't want to battle someone, I'm not going to try, unless you put me in a tournament.
So yeah, with the Anarchy tournament, then did you not really want to do it in the end? Was that what you were saying, or?
Yeah, I just had loads of shit on, so it was. I wrote like all the stuff for Bizzo in like a week. Like it was weird timing. So yeah, it was all right though. If I'd have changed my third round, I think I could have done better. But Bizzo absolutely smashed it. She did really, really.
To be
well.
fair, yeah, we reviewed that the other day with Bizzo and Celesta, and yeah, we agreed. I think it was like we could see what you was trying to do. I just don't think the angle paid off, which is what we was talking about earlier. You know. Sometimes that would absolutely make the ring pop, and then other times you're just going to hear crickets. It's weird.
Yeah, I think I made a massive mistake in how I was pacing everything. I was pacing to get reactions, but in my head, the room wasn't just going to be 6 rappers. It was going to be like Apex, where there was still people around. That's just the room I was thinking about writing to. So like I had a lot of jokes. I had a lot of very casual like vocal inflections and shit, and that just was not. It was just a quiet ass room. So, like a lot of it, yeah, a lot of it played to absolute silence and did not have the effect I was thinking.
So yeah, guys, in the tournament, is there anyone that you really don't want to meet in this tournament? Cooper, we'll start with you. Is there anyone that that you've seen or that you don't want to meet in the tournament?
I'm going to be honest, in my prep to this tournament and what I was doing, I didn't watch a lot of battle rap because I didn't want to be influenced by it. Because I knew if I was watching loads of people, I would second guess what I want to do, how I wanted to come across. So I haven't listened to a lot of the stuff. Obviously, I caught the Academy series last year a little bit, so I know how good some of the people in this tournament are. But ultimately, to win it, you've got to face the best. So it's whoever, innit? Like, bring it on. At least I'll know who I'm battling if I get through this next round. That'll do decent. Like, we had to do some angles, but yeah.
Okay, cool. Hylas, what about you, man? Is there anyone that you've got your eye on that you just want to try and keep away from?
I'm sure he's going to be expecting this, but yeah, Grazza, of course. I mean, like, yeah, I've seen a few battles, and I know how good he is. So yeah, and that's. I mean, if I get past Rubik's, it's very, very likely it's going to be him. So talk about baptism of fire. Is that the phrase baptism of fire? Is that right?
Trial by fire, isn't it?
Trial by fire?
No, baptism by fire makes sense as well. It does.
Is it? Okay, well, whatever it is. That's what it is.
It's going to be hard.
Yeah.
Grazza, what about you, man? Yeah. What do you reckon, Grazza?
I honestly think like the opponent I've got now is probably like, for me personally, the Don Roderick is going to be the hardest one for me, because he's got like 2 videos online. He's got loads of him rapping, but he's got 2 like battle videos online where it's just him, and he can rap really. He says fuck all in him, but like his delivery and how he raps is like, if you're into that URL kind of thing and you're judging, then maybe like you could give it to him. But no, I feel like in the Academy 19, I feel like there's no one that I didn't, whoever I beat in Academy 19, there's no one in this tournament. That's not to say people in this tournament are shit, but there's no one in Academy 19 that I beat that there isn't anyone in this academy better than them. I feel like, so I'm not worried.
Talk your shit, Grazza. Talk your shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say you kind of are saying that they're shit, but do it. This is
like,
for.
I'm not saying anyone's shit, but I've beat people better than everyone I've seen in the academy so far. So, like, it wasn't till sort of I made that post yesterday, and I kind of even saw who was really on the card, or saw that I was sort of the favourite to win. It's not. I'm so focused on just winning, because I feel like if I don't win this now, after getting so far in Academy 19 and then coming back, like that's me like in terms of my credibility as a battle rapper done. So like I'm so focused on just winning this shit. Yeah, I don't see anyone as a problem.
I like that.
'cause
I like that.
I can't not win this. Like, especially like seeing how many people that I rate give me praise online saying I think Grazza's going to win this. Like, to me, I haven't got any other option but to win. Otherwise, as I said, the main reason I'm doing Academy 19 again is because I feel I've got to earn battles in Premier battles outside of the Academy, because I let myself down in Academy 19. So yeah, I'm so focused on winning this shit. Like, I don't think
I like that.
I don't think anyone's got a bigger reason to win as me either. Like I said, if I lose, then unless it's like someone is fucking fire and they were just the best person on the day and I still rapped better than I've ever rapped, then I wouldn't book me again. So that's it. Like, I'm just fucking focused, man.
No, I like that. That's good.
Yeah,
respect that. So is there a chance that all three of you could end up meeting before the final? Are you guys all on the same side bracket? I couldn't see.
Yeah, we're on the side. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, shit. Okay. So really, only one of you three will be in the final.
Well, if you two win your battle, you're battling each other in the quarters.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. We'll save the face-offs for trouble on my tap. I don't want to deal with this. You could do that somewhere else. Just talk your shit and say that you'll beat everyone on here. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like the brackets have been worked out quite well. I feel like a lot of people are comparing, like, so what's his name, Luigiano or whatever the fuck his name is, like, I don't know how to pronounce it properly, but like a lot of people are saying like me and him are quite equal in terms of like how long we've been in it and just that type of thing. And then you've got like Robin HD, who's been around, who's done a few in the same way Rubik's has done a couple. So I feel like it's quite balanced this year. Whereas when I was in it, Academy 19, I feel like especially the first round, it was quite unbalanced. So I feel like there'd be a lot more. The matches make a lot more, from the people I know, make a lot more sense.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely. Like, I'm just excited because I feel like we could have like there's like 4 new battlers in this tournament at least, ain't there? I thought I seen a post saying that, maybe even more. But like we could potentially have like 4 new top tiers in the next like year and a half. I think that's awesome because you know the scene needs it. The scene needs those people to be pushed up, give that push.
I feel like going forward, Academy should maybe be split into 2 and having one half of a card where it's just completely new people, and then the other half of the cards where it's people that have done a few battles. I have 10 battles online and I've been battling like 8 years. So that as a 7 year, I did my first battle in like, I think it was 2014. So although I've been around a bit, if you look at the ratio, I've not done that many battles like for how long I've been around, and I've always taken quite long breaks. So I think having one card for people that are just completely new and then another card for people that have been around but they just need that guidance and that bit of a push, I think that would make for a much better tournament. And then maybe and then you have the finals, the winner of those 2 could face each other, or have two separate finals for each kind of bracket of it.
I guess like if you wanted to just keep the academy like to be able to get those new talent in, but do you think you could find 16 new battle rappers to be able to come on like as tryouts? So I think you would struggle.
I think
to
probably
come and, like sign up to a tournament anyway.
I think you got how many people in lockdown have decided they want to be a rapper? I know I bought fucking a whole fucking studio equipment in lockdown and shit like that. Like, there are going to be a lot of people who've gone, oh yeah, I can rap, and
That's
like in lockdown with just nothing to do. Maybe it'll only work for a year or 2, but yeah, I think there needs to be a lot more. I think one of my problems with battle rap's always been is like Manchester, London are the 2 main places. But if you look at like a lot of top tiers and that. Like they're not from London or Manchester. I feel like there needs to be more events need to be held, and there's so many good rappers in Nottingham where I am, and there's just never any events here. So like these people don't know battle rap even exists. Like I feel like battle rap needs to travel around the UK a lot more, like in the coming years.
Tournaments and tours, that's what we need.
100%.
Raise the bar
When-
tour, for example.
Yeah,
like
when
what
Don't
that
Flop
gave
was
us
at its
in
top.
Guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that
exactly.
was
I
like,
think
and to be fair, every event seemed like full, not like maybe like maxed out, but they didn't seem dead at all. So like
No,
there's
no.
definitely the audience there for it.
I think
Yeah,
Don't
I
Flop
agree.
seem to be doing that. They're doing these street battles like it seems to be every week they're doing an event at the minute all around the country, and I think like it's obviously hard because they can't have a crowd, but once shit fucking opens up more, I feel like PB need to be doing more of that.
Yeah, 100%. Trying to go to places that haven't. I remember I was talking to like a few when it was after they'd done Shrewsbury, and we were talking about some random shit, and he was talking about some like cities he was going to visit for Don't Flop, and I was just like, mate, I bet right now you've got in your favourite spot list of British cities via population, and he was just going he had as well, and he was just going through, and he was like, oh, Reading's got 300,000 people, let's do an event there. Which is like, yeah, Reading's got 300,000 people, did you know that? I don't even know where Reading fucking is, but I'll do an event there. You know what I mean? Like there's places that we don't even think about, because to be honest with you, Reading doesn't exist in my head. Like there's loads of things like that we could be doing to try and get like,
Even like
I mean, just literally just throw like one top tier battle on the top of the card, or a fun battle, like you know.
That's what Clash. When I didn't do Clash Money didn't last very long. It was Euphoricals League.
Yeah. That was
And
nice.
that's how I got into rap battles. Like, well, not into rap battles, but battling. And he was doing a tryout card every fucking month, man. And they put like one decent headline. It was like, I think the one I battled on had it was Yunnan versus Ty Healy. It was that local Notts guy. And every month, not even every, I think it was like every 3 weeks maybe, they were doing a tryout card with like 6 to 12 battles on. And most of them showing up and that. I think it's just going to these other areas where it's like...
Well, we got to stop viewing it as just a business. It's kind of like football in the way that it's like a grassroots, like, listen, like a shitty event in a tiny town might not seem like a big deal, but you don't know, like 50 people in the gaff, that might be 20 new fans and one new battler. You do that like in loads of different places. Yeah. It's like an ecosystem.
No matter where I'm going. Do you know what I mean? You've got to, with something like this that's so niche, you've got to go to your audience. The audience aren't always going to come to you because, like, for me to go, like, I really wanted to go to this Manchester event that's happening, the first one back, and I want to go with my cousin and, like, you know, do the whole reviewing it and seeing it from a new fan's perspective and all that. But, like, just the logistics of getting down there, it's on a Sunday as well, which is awful. But getting down there, obviously getting back, getting work off, time off work and all that sort of stuff, it just weren't worth it. But
solid,
if it was down,
that's
like,
why you got
Southwest,
to salute people like Nick, though. Like people who are actually doing, like, setting it up themselves, because Prem can't do everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
that's
they
what I
are
mean.
like everyone in Prem lives in Manny, so like that is their area. Like more grassroots leagues, like more like battlers going, you know what? There's like 3 or 4 rappers here. We could probably do an event. Things like that. Like if you break even, that's good enough.
Yeah, for
Exactly.
sure.
Exactly.
I feel like when Don't Flop had the whole Don't Flop North, Don't Flop South sort of thing going on as well, I feel like that was so healthy at the time, because although like in reality it meant fuck all really, it gave it just that little bit of
I agree
purpose.
completely.
Like
North versus South, everyone wanted to be on North versus South.
exactly, yeah. And just like even if I was in Prem's position, I would kind of go to some people that I trusted, maybe further afield, and said, look, we want to set up Premier Battle South, or give it if you don't want to completely. I wouldn't say it was ripping off Don't Flop, because like how many ways can you say this is like a South division of our league, but and get those guys to kind of put on some events or something like that. And maybe just Briggsy gets a train down and fucking hosts.
You don't
it or
even.
something
Need,
like
I don't
that.
even think you need to do it like that. You can just do it like a partnership in wrestling. Like
Yeah,
literally,
yeah.
just like go to BA and be like, "Hey, let's just put our headliner card, like our headliner, on the top of your card. We'll have
Yeah.
that battle. We'll film that battle, but the rest of the card is yours." I think Smack
Yeah.
do things like that. That's how
Yeah.
like Roan had a Smack battle, and it was something like that where it was on Poison Pen's league, but the top battle on the card was URL. That might be an idea.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea as well. To be fair, it's a great way as well. Like Dub Scandal, for example, like a lot of battlers went to Dub Scandal.
Oh,
I think
love
this
Dub
Tango was like just about to do that. They were just about to have that event where they get their respect basically.
Yeah,
Like they had a lot of the bigger names going on to Beast Anglia, and that kind of happened with Dub Scandal already, and then was just seeing it starting to happen in COVID, unfortunately. Because I mean, Bobby was meant to battle.
Georgie.
Was it Georgie?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Georgie would have had
Which-
such a year.
Which we're now getting anyway, right? Are we getting that in the next round of Anarchy?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
we are.
yeah. So we're getting that now anyway. Yeah. That'd be
Yeah.
good.
I'm glad we are getting it. It'll be interesting to see what sort of route.
I can't see anyone
Take.
getting past Bobby this tournament. Like I said,
No,
the winner
neither.
the winner of him and Mav was always going to be the one to do it for me. And fuck me,
Yeah.
the level he's on
Yeah. It's a shame we
It's-
didn't get
it's
to
really
see
good to
Kojo,
see.
It really is.
is really good to see.
I'm
I've
worried
not been
that
quiet about wanting Briggsy to win. I did want him to win. I think he deserves to be getting that plate, but unfortunately he didn't. But I think Bizzo's going to be.
This is what I was saying. Hold
in the
on. This is what I was saying about.
final.
This is what I was saying about Briggsy winning, though. I know it's the company's money, but isn't he kind of winning his own money back if he wins? Like that was just weird to me. That was like Vince McMahon
he-
being in like King of the Ring
He
or
said he
something.
would.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he
what
literally said he would,
feels
spend
better?
it.
Winning a grand or not having to spend a grand on something?
yeah.
Like saving a grand feels pretty fucking good.
Yeah. That's what he was fighting for. That's great.
Yeah, man, that would be. Really,
But
that
no, I
would have been
think it-
better for us in general. He would have had more money for the company. Every battle rapper that wasn't in the tournament should have been hoping Briggsy won.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Anarchy will
And
never
then-
top the bottom 8 tournament of King of the Ronalds, where
Jesus
it was
Bottom 8. Oh man,
Bottom
Matt
eight.
Jerry versus Magic Mike.
what was the dildo
And he had to-
battle?
yeah,
There
that
was a
was it.
dildo battle.
And he had to wear a dick on his head. But I
Yeah.
think Mickey Worthless forgot to bring the dildo with him. So they did the I was running a little dive bar at the time, and that's why we did it. And the only thing we had, I had a permanent marker behind the fucking bar.
Yeah,
And
he
he just
drew it.
drew this dick on his head in permanent marker, and then went for a nut. Like we went out drinking after, just with my
Imagine
with
though.
cock.
Imagine,
Yeah,
right? You run a battle rap event, and the one thing that goes wrong is someone forgets the dildo.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what the fuck is going on?
I've got-
That's
Imagine
Ronald.
like when you leave the gaff and you're like phone keys, wallet,
keys.
phone keys, wallet, dildo.
Right, ready to go.
Where do you
Yeah, I
reckon
feel
you
like-
left it? If you left it on the train, that's way funnier.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I want to
Probably
see the
left-
footage of the people that
Left
find
it
it.
inside that fucking big titty ginger bird, probably.
Oh fuck's sake, Raz.
Jesus. Where did
But,
that tone go? Oh, no, all right, there it is.
I feel like King of the Ronalds has got this like little second fucking life on YouTube now, where loads of people are only just discovering it because they didn't
Oh,
watch
that's
it
the
when
that's
it wasn't.
that's
cool
the
to
life of it
watch.
on YouTube. Like
Yeah,
just randomly, I started listening to Japanese funk from the 80s. Now YouTube was just like, yo, this is what you listen to now, isn't it? Listen, Ethiopian
Yeah.
jazz is sick.
Yeah.
Like
Yes,
sometimes it just throws stuff at you.
Yeah.
No,
I got into
no.
Ethiopian jazz like 2 years ago. I think that
Oh,
was a
the
YouTube
Ethiopian
thing.
ones, they're sick, man. They're proper
It's
good.
so good. Yeah. I just want to sample everything. That's the problem.
Yeah, but then it's like now I
is
can't
that
listen
an
to any.
actual
Like,
thing?
yeah, man, it's proper. I'll show it you, man. It's
No,
really
surely-
interesting stuff.
Surely they've got bigger problems than making jazz music.
Yeah, you think so? We've got this idea of Ethiopian people just being like in poverty, but I think there is still some culture there. Like,
Oh, definitely.
You know?
I always think
It's really cool music. It's like a great blend of different influences.
yeah, and the time signatures and stuff is so fucking complex as well. It's mad. Like,
I always feel like those like
Yeah.
World Aid fucking events and that are more negative than they are positive, because it just gives you such a dim view of like, you just assume it's like that everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Right, sorry
So,
to derail your thing with geopolitics.
No, yeah, it's all good. I was gonna bring us back. So I was gonna say,
This is
there
going to be a
anyone
weird segue.
yeah, people, if they like tuned in at this bit, don't worry, we are talking about Battle Rap. So yeah, if you had to, is there anyone that you thought was going to enter the academy that didn't, and you think that they should, or anything like that?
I thought Jan was going to enter again this year. I saw him like
he's
put a
not
little
doing
something.
it. Go on, he doesn't need to.
I saw him put a little comment on something. Yeah, but I know in Jan's ego though, isn't it? Like I thought he'd enter again. But yeah, I mean, if I'd, to be honest, if I would have just lost my battle and not like had to miss it, then I probably wouldn't have entered again either. But yeah, I don't know.
Some of those BA guys,
I would say Kit Nelly, like you was about to say.
Or Benny Bizzle. I see he's very active, posting his shit. He seems like I would have thought he would have been in it. But you never know. Like, some might have just been bad dates for people, or like people don't want to commit to like 6 battles.
Yeah, I
probably coming to Manchester as well.
How many people applied for my opponent who lives in America during a travel lockdown to get put in? I don't know how many people
scraping the barrel.
Yeah, why? Surely they would have known he was in America.
Well, I feel like I feel like maybe Briggsy didn't know he lives in America.
Yeah, because they're all like, there's bare like Americans who live around here now. This seems to be a thing, like that Red Wolf kid.
Yeah, and I feel like Americans are just they fucking love online battles and shit and online tournaments. So like, I feel like this guy probably just applied for like 100 fucking tournaments and just got lucky.
It's the drone strike of battle rap, mate.
Yeah.
That is funny. But yeah, obviously, best of luck in the tournament, guys. It's been good to kind of get you guys on, especially Hydas, obviously not having much of a background in the battle rap world. It's good that you can come on and people can get to know you guys. Cooper unfortunately had to leave. He did message, but he said bye and thanks for having him on as well. So everybody
Cooper's
get on to these
guys.
guys.
Really good rapper. If you go on his Instagram, he's got a few good videos on there. He's a bit they're like his older videos, like you say, are quite Americanized, but I had a look at him earlier and he can actually rap, man. That's fair play to him.
Yeah, no, good. That's what I was just about to say. Check out all these guys. Everyone in the tournament, you know. I put a post on the forum. There's been a few posts on there about like where you can find these guys and their, you know, all their work. So please do check them out. Dean, have you got anything coming up? Obviously, you've got the Undisclosed. Are you all set for that? Well, I know you ain't.
Yeah. No, it should be good. It should be good. I had the rounds from Apex that like I already ripped for him. I just need to rewrite them and change the dates and find something that rhymes with Apex to substitute Apex with. I don't know. It should be good. Like I'm not going to change it much, and then after that, I'm probably not going to battle very much this year. Take some time out, watch you lot. It's like you all.
You always say that. You always say that.
I was just about to say.
I've been turning stuff down. I turned down an international and everything, man. I'm chilling.
Oh shit.
Fair dues, man.
Yeah, you get battered too many times in a battle, and you're just like, nah, man, I can't be honest. That Twitch chat's scary, man. I've got PTSD from it. I'm not trying to deal with that.
Oh man. Nah,
the fact they put it back on for about 10 seconds, I was like, that's just fucking.
That's Briggsy's fault, man. That's Briggsy, little imp. Briggsy giggling to himself.
Did you see the chat going off when they announced Jan versus Enigma the Poet or whatever it is, Prophet? Sorry. Like, did you see the chat when they announced that was the secret battle on the quarters?
No, I missed
people were going mental. Really? Oh my god, people were going mental because obviously they were hyping up about this secret battle.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
And they were laughing their heads off about it, so I was just taking the piss because it was Janeth.
We gotta do, like, listen.
It's like
fun,
Christian
but we can't be
in
letting.
AEW.
Yeah, we can't be
Huh?
letting too much of a negativity like build. You know what I mean? Like it is fun and games, but let's also give people props. But they ain't gonna
No,
do it. And they ain't
they
gonna
did
listen
a
to
good
me telling
battle.
them to do it.
They had a good battle. They did. Like, you know, it was a decent battle, but it definitely weren't like secret battle level. Do you know what I mean? Like Uno versus Juan, that's the secret battle level. They
I
were
can
like
see why
proper,
they- I
like
can s- I feel
promoting
like
it as if it was going to be massive.
I feel like if they didn't announce that was the battle beforehand,
Mm.
they would have got the same reaction anyway. So I feel like they probably couldn't have.
New guy.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered either way.
Yeah, true. Yo, what's up, Robin?
Oh, Matt Baggy, how's this going? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, it's great
How
stuff.
long does it take
How
you
you
to
guys
hear
doing?
us? All good, man. All good. I was actually just going to start trying to wrap up, but as soon as you're here, introduce yourself, man. Definitely get yourself known
Yeah, so
more.
I tried to be a cameo last year, and a few people knows what happened. A few things came out. Obviously, at 16, I was a bit of a dickhead. Decided to try and rework for so bars and stuff like that. But now I'm fully evolved into a proper rapper, MC, and stuff like that. Had a Beast Anglia clash at the weekend, which I won. So I'm through to the next round, the Beast Anglia Classic Championship Tournament. LSD saw me and decided time to go. But you know, yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to this year's academy. Should be very interesting.
Good, man. No, good.
Yeah, I got,
LSD just wrote in the chat, I'm going to dash off, babes. Have fun. Yeah, carry on, Robin. Sorry, man. Talk the shit.
No. I got McCoy in the first round. Genuinely,
Yeah.
I'm really pissed because I feel like this could have been the final or like somewhere near the end.
Okay.
I think the toughest person to have in the first round was McCoy. So
Yeah.
this could be battle of the round purely because I know his quality and I've got a lot better. So I feel like
What?
a lot of people
Tougher than
say that my
Grazza?
stuff's good.
Tougher than Grazza?
I say Grazza and McCoy. Grazza and McCoy probably the two top.
Yeah.
You
I say
reckon?
that
Okay.
because Grazza's been on it before, but so is McCoy. McCoy had a very good battle with Slester last year. I'll give that to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember.
I really enjoyed that. I really like Celesta and like his battles and stuff like that and the way he goes about his stuff. So I'd definitely say McCoy got. I'm not saying McCoy was unlucky, but I'd say if McCoy had a different opponent, he would have definitely gone through. Like McCoy v DTH, McCoy v Dukes, something like that. He would have gone through. So it's gonna be interesting to see what he comes with because obviously he hasn't battled since then.
Yeah.
And I think video battles have a very different dynamic to live battles. Really, I felt like his video battle last year was good. And then when he faced Leicester, he wasn't as good in front of a crowd. So I've tried to run with that. But I genuinely think it's going to be a sick battle on Saturday in terms of I already gave it all in my rounds. But I want to see all these
Sunday,
other
isn't
people. Saturday, I think it's Saturday.
Sunday.
The 10th.
Is it going to
the
be
10th.
The
Sunday?
9th, isn't it?
No,
Nah,
it's the
sure,
9th.
I've-
It's the 9th, whatever the 9th is.
I'm pretty sure on the picture, though, it says the 10th because I've literally done this from the
Oh.
picture. Hang on.
I got told the 9th.
That's what I
Ah,
don't
shit.
I'm going to have to check now, though. Hang on.
I had a feeling that was
Yeah, you might be right. Yeah. Maybe
It don't
I'm wrong.
matter.
It doesn't say any time.
Pre-submitted
say any
rounds. It's
time,
not
though,
like
but-
you can no-show.
That's true.
I
know
bet there's still
a
some
place
no-shows,
for it.
though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mate, if people no show
That's what I'm saying. Like, it'd be interesting to see if everyone has obviously submitted.
Mate, it felt
I'm going
like
to actually
a-
message some people.
I'm at uni at the minute.
Well,
like, the
obviously,
fucking anxiety from like submitting an essay at 11:59 and submitting these battle rounds are exactly
Mate,
the
it's
same.
the same as uni work. I'm at uni at the moment.
Because
I actually
especially
battled
in like a
I battled
battle,
Max
a
Tatum
live-
on Saturday.
like a face-to-face battle, you can forgive yourself if you say a word wrong or you stumble or something like, and you grab it back straight away. It's fine. But when you're doing a video battle, you're like, oh well,
There's
I
no
said
excuse.
that word a bit
It's got to be
wrong,
perfect.
so I might
Yeah.
as well do it all again because why not?
Yeah.
Because like I've got the chance to like.
And then it takes all day.
remember I recorded
Before it would
my
take an hour.
first, and I stumbled literally on the penultimate bar, and I literally there's like a video of me, and I'm like, for fuck's sake, because I did a really good take.
There's
Like,
plenty of them for me,
like,
yeah.
my third round took because like you'll see like when I said like my second like how I end my second like because I
Yeah.
tried to take advantage that it's a video battle. Like no one, like I said, I don't think anyone's ever like ended a battle in the way I'm doing it, but it kind of leads into my third round. So in the third round, I don't necessarily.
I knew that
Oh,
was
he's
going to happen. It just
disappeared.
started to crackle. Robin, well, anyway, I was asking these guys some questions, so I'll ask you a few of them whilst we wait for guys to come
Yeah,
back.
go on.
So apart from obviously McCoy, is there anybody else in the tournament that you don't want to meet? Anyone that you don't want to end up facing in the tournament at all?
Not that I don't want to meet. There's I've looked at the tournament. There's some names I really don't know, and then there's obviously like Hylas, Rubix, Graza, Saf, Max Tatum. I've just battled Max Tatum this weekend, and I took the win.
Okay.
So if he got through to the semi-finals, and we both got through, we'd have to battle each other again pretty recently. So that'd be interesting.
That'd be a
There's-
difficult one.
I think McCoy's the hardest part. I genuinely said to myself, I said, if I can beat McCoy, I can get to the final.
Okay, talk your shit, man.
He's,
I like
he's,
that.
he's a really good writer, right? But he's got zero performance. Let's face it.
That's what. When you see my
that's-
rounds, you'll know why I say that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
and
I
it's but
sort
it's
of-
like I sort of like feel sorry for him. I want him to be able to, and it's like I'm Casey.
Nah, if,
Oh, that's funny.
I'm saying if McCoy had that sort of personality, the bar, he delivers his bars well. But I found out some very interesting things about him and his performance, and the reason why he seems to not perform as well as he
Sorry,
should.
guys.
So
My kid's
you
going
see that
crazy.
I don't really give. I just want to tease people for the battle, but yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, the prize for winning is you get a bit of a push from Premier Battles, and you get to I think pick a battle as well, or like suggest a battle anyway, and see if they can sort it out. Is there anyone in mind that you would want to pick to battle if you won?
No,
Or when you
I
know?
haven't really thought about this. Because it goes to sort of like Major Jones had. Obviously, it came about because of circumstances, but he had Chiller Jones, which was like a fucking mad battle. And I haven't really thought that far because I'm trying to keep myself grounded after last year and everything that went wrong. So I'm just trying to work my way through each round.
Yeah.
Obviously, I Shuffle TV Souls are an amazing battle, all those sorts. But it's like the winner of the academy, I feel like deserves someone around sort of someone who's in Anarchy but doesn't win Anarchy. I could see like. Did Maverick lose or is he still through? Sorry.
Well, I mean, Mav lost, but he's got a title shot coming up, so
I'd say
he could be the
fucking-
champ
Mav-
rider.
I'd say if Mav loses to you now, Mav versus whoever wins the academy could be a very good battle.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's good.
There's some top quality people, but Prem is probably definitely the top platform at the moment.
Big up Bizzo on the chat. Just to let you all know, I've just seen my cousin is here. What's up, Tom?
I have no audio.
Oh. Anyone know
I
sign
can't
language?
hear anything. I can't hear anything. What's going on?
We'll let him sort himself out. Hang on. But yeah, so Robin, are you kind of looking more towards like
Can you hear me?
style like Maverick to Graza? Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
They say so.
Yeah, you're all good.
Phone died.
So you're looking more towards like a Maverick style kind of battler. If
There we
you,
go,
if
I'm
you
in.
do well. You in? You good, Tom?
I'm trying to think because
Alright, cool. Let me introduce
Yeah,
just
I'm
real
in.
quick. So
I
this
can
is my
hear.
cousin Tom. This is obviously the new fan of battle rap that I'm forcing to become a fan of battle rap slowly through the years of watching it. We've watched quite a few battles,
wearing
but
me
this
down.
is kind of the first time. Yeah, this is the first time talking to like kind of new talents in battle rap. So I thought this would be quite good to just get him on for the last like 10-15 minutes. And yeah.
Has he
shoot the
listened
fact
to
that
any
you guys-
battle rap resume yet? If he listens to battle rap resume, then he's a true
that's a class.
standard battle rap.
No, he doesn't, man.
I feel like you've got to
I'll make a
be
note
real
of it.
invested in battle rap to watch battle rap resume. Like,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Just sit down
And put it on a
Twitter
post-it note.
and play it in the background.
Yeah, literally
When you're
anytime
spare
I'm
time.
like, I rarely listen to music anymore because it's just podcasts all the time, like about battle rap. And I've watched like episodes more than once as well of battle rap resume. It's bad. It's bad.
Post-it note.
So yeah, definitely get that down, Tom. But yeah, Tom, we were just talking about kind of the prize of winning the academy. So the academy is a series for like new battlers who either are completely new to battle rap, which we did have Cooper on here earlier, who is completely new to battle rap, or it can be kind of like people that have been involved in battle rap but didn't quite get the push that they needed at the time. So obviously, win this tournament, Premier Battles will give them a push. £150 as well, is that right?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Big
They'll
cash
get a little
money.
purse.
Big cash money.
Yeah. Get a little Percy, and also get to maybe ask for a decent battle in the future. So yeah, there's some good prizes.
Sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely, man. And I mean, we did have the first ever Academy winner join us earlier, LS Dean, who we've seen in the Anarchy tournament now. And we were just talking about how the Academy's evolved, because this is what, the 3rd or 4th Anarchy?
I think it's the fourth
one,
now.
isn't it?
Oh, Academy, yeah. So it started with Academy.
Academy, yeah.
19, 20, yeah, fourth, yeah.
Jesus,
Fourth,
yeah. So it's been going 4 years already. I mean, we've got some real decent talent out of it as well. So it's definitely doing its job. I think there's definitely a place for it as well, bringing that competitive style back straight away. Especially for a new battler, I think if you start as just a promo and you're just hearing people say you're good and not hearing your critics, then you're going to think you're a lot better. So I think it's good to have
also
these
when it comes to promo battles, and you look at old tryout events and stuff like that. This is like a tryout event, but with bigger structure to it. There's an end goal. Tryout events, it was if you battle well, we might book you again. I think the tournament structure of this really lends itself to putting the effort in and really giving it a go.
Yeah, it's a proper test, and as well, you get a lot of it sort of sets a hierarchy almost in a sort of new way. Having that sort of ability to I'm the best you want.
I think
that's you guy on the scene.
I think the Academy is promo in itself. I think that's what I look at it is that's what I'll get the most out of it, is not even necessarily winning, but a battle on the Academy is worth more in terms of getting people talking and that than me going to Beast Anglia and battling fucking someone that isn't going to get more than 1,000 views. Maybe I know that Academy might not, but it's more relevant. I feel like it's a promo run in itself as opposed to winning just being the end goal.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, definitely. And I think that's the good, that's why I like it, because obviously Don't Flop do their trial by combat, which is really good. But then you can get quite disheartened if you only get one bar in the collage when they send it out and things like that.
Yeah, that is brutal, isn't it? I thought that. I was right.
Yeah,
very harsh.
But, I mean, it makes
that's
you
got to be rough.
I mean, they literally put up all of Georgie's bars, didn't they?
I think they did quite a lot. I think what they need to do, they did in the first Academy, and they started doing it in Academy 19, where Red Lion made a documentary out of the whole thing, and that's what really engaged me in the first Academy, because it became it almost gave me vibes of the Don't Flop in the House tour sort of thing, where it was more than just this is a battle and it's done. You got kind of
Brother Exhale in the building as well.
You got to know the battles a bit more and stuff like that. So I hope they do it again this year. I know they were on about it when they first sent out the first round of emails about the Academy. But I'd love to see them do a documentary sort of style thing on it again, because I think it just adds to it a lot more, gives it a bit more purpose.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. I couldn't agree more, to be fair.
The email kind of made out that was going to happen, right?
You what? Sorry.
I was going to say also that the intros they did last year were really good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
when
yeah,
they really
the production value of it.
Before I have to dip.
Robin's just said, he's had to dip, but he's just said, I'm out of time, unfortunately, but watch me and versus McCoy be battle of the night. Talk your shit.
Has McCoy battled before?
I'll be watching.
Yeah, I think so. I was trying to find some stuff on him, actually. There wasn't a lot, if I'm honest.
I tried to have a look at everybody. I couldn't find anything for him. Robin HD, someone I hate smug people. and I felt his fucking like smile. He just makes me want to battle him because he's just the smuggest looking cunt. I was about to tell him before he left, but he's just fucking so smug looking. Come back, Robin HD. Let me tell you to your face. Like,
I know you're
See, I
watching.
didn't want to do any face-offs, but I knew it'd happen.
Someone's teeth shouldn't be too white, but his are too white.
Too
And it
proud of his
baffles
smile.
me.
Don't
Yeah,
trust
yeah.
him.
Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't trust someone whose teeth are that white.
I really hope that you end up battling him in this tournament, just so I can hear around on how
Yeah.
white his teeth is.
I'd love to,
Oh,
but
yeah.
like, although I don't think he's a problem for me at all. I think I would easily beat him. I feel like I would have
Yeah.
fun battling him more than most people in the tournament. Just because there's so much to like. Obviously, all that shit about him stealing bars and stuff, and he's quite middle class, and I feel like I'd have a lot of fun writing for him.
Yeah, definitely.
So I do hope.
Brother, just to let you know, yeah, we're just finishing up, man. We started at around 5:30, so we're just finishing up. But I'm definitely going to try and do this again.
Yeah,
After
to
the
be fair,
first
I
round
missed
with
most of it
with
as
a lot of
well.
people.
I only
Yeah, I
just got
think
it.
I need to get better at picking the times that I go live and thinking about people's lives, because going live
I
at
work
5:30,
shifts, man.
everyone's
It's all
yeah,
in.
I feel like
everyone's like coming in.
next round of the academy, when everyone's actually seen everyone.
Yeah,
I think it would be cool to do, if PB aren't going to do it, which I don't know if they are, to do like some little face-offs or something like that, and just have like whoever's battling whoever on at the same time. Oh,
Yeah.
nice one, brother.
Brother, come on in
I'm
quick.
so
Nice,
glad.
love the love.
I'm so
want
glad
the link?
Exhale's come back to get
Yeah, man.
Exhale in.
beacon of positivity, honestly. And I've never actually spoken to this guy in person. I've been trying to get him on
He's
because
the
I want to speak to him in person.
He's the
guy's a
funniest
legend.
person ever. Exhale is so good.
I'm literally going
He-
to send
he
him a
would-
link now.
He just made King of the Ronalds like events. Being there live just increased how fun they were tenfold.
Yeah.
Were you sort of around in the King of the Ronalds days? Were you watching then, or how long have you been?
Yeah,
into
man.
that?
I've been watching Battle Rap since like 2011, I reckon.
Oh, really?
2010.
So wow then.
But I've
I've
only
always
ever been
found-
to 2 events. Like I'm
Really?
that kind of fan. Because I
Stalker.
live in Scotland.
I've
Do you know
probably
what I
only
mean? I
been
live in
to
Scotland, but
three
it's
or
difficult.
four, probably 4 or 5 events that I've not actually battled on. I've only been to. It's hard to get to them, man. Like especially where
It
I
really
am,
is.
like in Nottingham, like that. That's kind of what drew me to. That's why I battled on Clash Money, because it was so close. I don't think I'd have gone to an event before.
Yeah,
Man.
yes, yo.
Yes,
Yes.
brother.
There he is.
Brother, you good,
Everyone's- Everyone used to say that
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
and,
you lot.
me and brother look like twins. Remember when I had a big beard like you?
Bro, did they say that? You're haggard then, bro, if that's
Um,
the case. Yo, they're just saying that you look clapped, innit?
You're good looking guy, bro. I've
I'm
been
clapped,
anywhere.
but I'm
Man.
married, bro.
Man.
But we're saying, though, you're going to win it this time, yeah?
Yeah, man. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, done deal.
I
Done deal.
feel like well, to be fair, I don't want to like gaslight you like it's all, but I think you are definitely. I mean, I haven't seen anybody else's names in comments or anything like that really, for winning the whole tournament. So
Yo, he's
Yeah.
a vet. Grasner's a vet. He's been around about 8 years now.
yeah. I'm
Still
saying-
have this
Yeah,
in the
but
That's
I'm
what I
bag.
still
said.
not.
Time.
I've,
About time
like
to get
I
fake.
said earlier, I've only battled like I've only got 10 battles online. I think, like considering how long I've been around.
Spread out over about 15 years as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've taken such long breaks between battles. Like I've not been consistent at all, and like everyone's always said that's been my problem anyway. Like I've not taken it seriously until I really did that Academy 19. I've not taken it seriously, and I've not battled
Yeah, I think it's because
since then.
you didn't have to though. Do you know what I mean? Like where
Well, that's
everything
the
went
thing.
promo,
I think
the battlers
King of
didn't have
the-
to take it seriously either.
King of the
There was no
Ronalds,
consequence to losing.
exactly, and King of the Ronalds definitely doesn't encourage you to take yourself seriously. And that's sort of
It was needed,
always
though.
always been
Ronald needs to come back.
I'd love
It
to
needs
see
to
it come back. I think there's a place for King of the Ronalds in battle rap, 100%.
I think it would just have to come back as like a kind of one-off shows. Like,
I think they should do I can't remember where I saw it, but someone suggested doing like a King of the Ronalds takeover on Premier Battles, and I think that would be great. That'd be sick.
hilarious.
Yo, that's pretty much what they've done on Don't Flop now, though, isn't it?
Well,
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to
it
be
really
fair,
is.
Hulk's on
You
like
were
every
interesting.
fucking card.
Does that, oh yeah.
Brother, I wanna see how you would answer this question. So we ask everybody at the start, what is battle rap? And I want to see how would you answer that question? What is battle rap?
Yo, do you know what? Yeah, can I tell you this? Yeah, I watched this show. Yeah, so first and foremost,
Yeah.
Tom, it's a pleasure to meet you. Danny, it's a pleasure to meet you. Yeah,
Yeah, good to meet you, man.
and every time I see this question, I always think, right, how would I answer that? And in my head, I got this sick answer, yeah, but I completely forgot about it and didn't think I'd be even asked this now. And I
Mate.
forgot my sick answer. But essentially, to me, is battle rap is. It's why are you better than this guy? Why should I think you're better at this guy than rapping, entertaining people? Just a whole like, who's the better man type thing. Like, that's why I don't like it when a 2 foot guy's telling Bobby Rex he's going to slap him up. For instance, like believability is a big factor for me.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
you're right. Like there is a massive aspect of you're trying to convince the audience. Like it is a why.
That's all it is, isn't it? Like, I'm better than this guy, and he's a cunt, and here's 100 reasons why.
And this is why. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, because I like it when battles take the angle like that as well. Like, you know, I can't remember who it was, but he said like you're stood there telling them why you're better than me, whereas I'm here showing them what. I can't remember what battle it was.
Yeah, I remember.
Sounds like something Soul would say.
Yeah. Do you know, I
like
thought Soul versus Raptor for some reason, but I can't remember.
I feel like there's something in battle rap for everybody, and you've just got to find what that is. I feel like everybody would be a fan of battle rap if they watched the right battles. Like my first battle was against Blunt Ted, and my mum fucking watched it and she just loved Blunt Ted just because of how fucking almost because of how shit he was. Like she just found it hilarious. Yeah. So like I'll randomly send her the odd battle where I'm like, this guy's so bad it's funny, and she'll watch it. And but she loves like Shuffle T as well. Like I feel like there's definitely something in for me. I like the community aspect of it and going to an event and like and you can turn up and you haven't got to go, oh, I wonder if this person's going, or oh, if there's going to be no one there that I know, because like once you've been to 1 or 2 events, you can just go on your own and there's going to be someone there you know, and if not, there's a 90% chance you're going to start a conversation with someone.
Yeah,
And
I'm hoping by the
at the
time
next
they
event.
sort of like kick back up the live events, I would have met enough people through this that I would already know most of the people there. That's my plan.
Tom, yo, let me tell you about this scene. Yeah, like there's people that will message me before an event. I've never been to an event before. I don't know what's going to happen, who to speak to, rah, rah, rah. It's the first time, innit? Like, and when it is your first time, you're never alone, because the community, when we're outside having a fag or you're outside just having a chat, everyone's chatting, like whether you're new or not, like everyone's just, you're part of this community, so you're respected that way, innit? But obviously people know your face now, so loads of people are going to come up to you and that.
You know what?
Yeah.
I've
I feel
only
like-
been to 2 events,
but
and
I
the
feel like-
first event, I didn't really speak to anyone. The first event I went to, I don't know, like where I'm a fan.
Yeah, but you
right,
went
I
with
acted like a
somebody.
fan. Yeah,
You know, like,
me and my
you
fiance
used
went,
one person, so you probably just like
Yeah.
stuck.
The second event, though, I
What
met
event
up
was
with
that?
Chalked Out Volume 3.
Wow.
So the
Yeah, I was at
Tony
that
versus Todd. Yeah, I remember. I said hello to you. We did have a little bit of a chat outside. This is what I was just about to say. Like, you know, and even though I was keeping myself like away from things, because I don't know, it's weird. Like, where I'm a fan of things, like even like brother, even you, like, you know, the sort of figure that you are in the scene. Like, I was like, oh shit, that's brother. Like, oh my god, like selling like my fiance. Oh my god, look, there's back over there, and like getting all excited about it. But then the next time that I went,
Fanboyed a little bit.
yeah, literally. The next time that I went, I thought, let's go and see like round the pubs and stuff before, see if we bump into anyone. and we bumped into Tom Quee, who does Battle Rap Resume, and a few others as well. You know, it was kind of like the King of the Ronalds bunch, really. And yeah, I ended up going in with all them lot, and you know, spending most of the day with them lot, and it was Jesus. I didn't think I would have that much fun, to be fair. I thought I would be like just stood watching, you know, but the in-between bits were probably more fun than I was watching. Do you know what I mean?
It gets like that sometimes. It gets like that where, like, just the laugh you're having with everyone.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of
definitely
people that go to events, although they might not be like into the same things and stuff, I feel like maybe not the right word, but people almost like the outcasts sort of thing a lot of the time. So I think there's a lot of common ground without even knowing people. And even if you go to an event and not necessarily speak to many people, I feel like you still feel like you're part of something, even though because it's still quite a niche thing. So you all go in there on the understanding that
there's definitely a lot of love in the scene, like
part of this like kind of underground thing. I think it's like I would much rather go to a rap battle event than like a live music event any day of the week, because I feel like I get so much more from it. Like
it's a tighter community. I think it's one of the tightest communities. Like we all like football and that. I can't tell you a forum where United fans sit and we all talk and know each other, like, and then we go to the games and know each other. And there's literally like 100, 200 people that just go up and down the country consistently. And as long as that base is
200 people, group of friends.
Literally just up and down, like you get people from random places that you might not have seen for 3 months, but they're just here next to you.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I do feel like battle rap, outside of battle rap, like forums, I also love the fact that it thrives off negativity, like to a degree as well. Like I love the drama that comes with battle rap outside of battles. Like
just a little
Tom, I need to introduce you to the forum, Tom. I really do. It's
my first.
Stay away
from it. Stay away from it. My first.
I do get mixed signals about the forum.
My first real forum drama happened when I was like not involved in, but I saw was you'll remember Exhale, the whole odds scenario. Yeah, and that was just like the weirdest thing. It was just this battle rapper who just like sent some strange messages to someone, and it all got leaked online, and just like it just went on for weeks and weeks, and it just didn't get old. Like
never died.
Yeah, and like it's for as positive it is, it's so negative as well. But for the most part, I love that shit as well. Like, as long as I'm not in it, I love watching it.
You can never gather 200 people and have everyone get along. You know, like.
Do you know the thing though, Tom? Like at the event, it is like that. Everyone does get on, but the forum, there's like, for instance, the UK BRG forum, which is the one I think they're trying to.
You started that, didn't you?
Yeah. So I started that forum, but. Like, there's 5,000 people in there, and like I say, 200 people go to events.
Yeah,
you can say that 800 of them are just random little Filipinian accounts that have just been there to sell Ray-Bans and that.
Just trolls.
Sell Ray-Bans.
The other profiles on there are just like either trolls, like people who don't actually care about battle rap, but just want to take the piss out of somebody.
Yeah.
Or just like vile people, like, and obviously you've got to try and police that as best you can to try and make a good representation of the forum and of battle rap. But what I've learned is you can't. It's just a human nature to some people.
There's only so much you can do in it, really.
Yeah,
I remember I put in the forum once. I put this picture. So my mum lives in this tiny little village, and I don't know if you've ever heard of an honesty box. But it's basically where people put perishables like fruit and veg and that at the side of they grow them, put them like outside their house with a box to put money in, and you put your money and you take it. And someone had there's like a discussion page for the local village, and someone had put in there raging that someone had paid for some like eggs all in pennies, and it was like the whole thing like rhymed perfectly, like accidentally. So I put it in the forum, and I think it was Blunt Ted clocked onto it, and he joined the local discussion page.
Oh shit, bro! I was part of it,
along with like 40, 50 people joined this page, started commenting.
Oh my goodness.
These people didn't have a clue
what was going on. They were just flooded with battle rap fans.
Like, got in contact with like the council parish or something, was like trolling them, saying they were going to organise this massive, like, I think he was saying it was like he was pretending to be Don't Flop or something like that, and saying that they're going to like come to it's called Manie, come to Mania for a massive battle rap event, and there was literally like hundreds of like people from this village comment on it, saying like, "Oh, this is fucking." It was just mental. And there was
the hooligans coming with their drugs and their hoodies.
Do you remember Little Maisie? His real name's Aaron Mays, and like, there was a woman in the village who had a son with the same name who had like recently passed away.
Wow.
And he commented in there, and she was like, "Yo, who the fuck's making like a fake account in my kid's name?" Like, it all just went fucking. Like, I was so glad that I didn't live with my mum anymore, because like I'd have been fucking
grounded.
Like, I'd have been, yeah, I've been lynched. Like, it was fucking, and just like shit that you couldn't get that anywhere else. But in rap, like battle rap, like it's just fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's the forum can be amazing, or the worst thing about battle rap.
It's what you make of it.
Like, it's how you use it.
I say
the intention of it is brilliant.
Yeah. Monday to Friday, I try and avoid the forum as much as I can, and then when I'm having my Sunday bath, I'll go through it and just recap it. And,
like, just soaking it all in.
Just soaking it all in, yeah. I have a shower every other day.
With Decline. You should see the post up with Decline.
I could imagine.
Yeah, I could imagine, man. I wouldn't be able to do it.
1, 2
Can you
o'clock
send
in the
us some?
morning.
Then we'll review
1, 2 o'clock in the morning when all these people are pissed, drunk, high, whatever they are. 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, those posts I Decline are the funniest stuff ever.
Can we do a series, Danny, of just us reviewing the stuff that doesn't
just read through.
Like,
that's what you should do.
One day, just send it out there, like thousands of screenshots, like your famous battle rappers just losing their shit at 2 in the morning and having this massive rant about why they're better than everybody.
That would be brilliant. I would love to do that.
100%, I'm so down.
Oh man!
And the best thing is, I won't know, like there'll be a lot of people I wouldn't really know who they are.
That's the beauty of it. That's why I like doing this with you, because
they could just be a fan, or they could be like a really long-term battle rapper.
It was literally like when I was watching the Nike tournament, he was like, "Oh yeah, the ref in the middle is like really good at controlling everyone." I was like, "That's
okay." Listen,
that's the best thing about it.
I just picture her in like a wrestling referee.
A little whistle. Told you about that.
Yeah, it was good at it though. I was like, they got a really good ref here, man. They've obviously invested.
But this is the thing, like, as a new fan coming in, you would genuinely look at, like, if you hadn't heard Shotty's music and stuff
everything
out,
at this
you
point,
would think that, like, you know,
wear off. But like, it's a lot of surface stuff works really well with me. Like a lot of the cliche bars that Danny doesn't like, I quite like most of the time.
Yeah, this is what we're talking about. You know, it's I'm a lot more picky, I guess.
You're a little bit jaded.
Where have you come in at, Tom? Are you coming in now and watching it currently, or are you coming in now and watching it backwards, or coming in now?
Right now, I've watched a few older ones, but right now we're just sticking with Anarchy, and then we're going to move back to doing, once we have a bit of a break, then we're going to go back to watching like older ones. And then
I think we really like to get the history. Like one of the problems I have with battle rap now is like a lot of it is just references to stuff that's happened in the past. And if you're not savvy on the forums or Twitter and stuff like that, a lot of stuff can kind of just go over your head
all the time.
So I feel like it does pay to go back and watch But then again, a lot of the battles that people reference are not necessarily battles that you probably would be that interested in seeing anyway. But
we did watch
the classics.
It's weird how like I have watched a couple of really old battles, and I've watched
O'Shea and Tony D is like my
I've
go-to.
watched a lot of O'Shea.
If I've got to show someone their first battle, I'll either go O'Shea and Tony D, or Shuffle T and Marlowe versus Dialect and Zen, because I feel like that's kind of got a bit of everything in it.
I like Shuffle T versus Lutcher as well.
T.
It's a good battle to
Shuffle T.
Because
if Shuffle T ever gets this video, shout out.
Yeah, Shuffle's really good at like doing those sort of niche references but making it palatable for everybody. Like he even says like, you know, in the last event, did you spike? Like he's recalling things, but he's doing it in the way that everyone's going to understand.
He's super like palatable, you know, and he's really good. Like he's super consistent.
It's universal, isn't it?
Yeah. I used to show people Blizzard and Mark Grist, but I feel like hip hop, like rap in general, has become almost to like the new rock and roll sort of thing, where it's what most people listen to. I feel like most people listen to rap.
Yeah, it's definitely moving, isn't it?
That battle, I would say like a standard understanding of wordplay and stuff like that, as like that most people would understand now, has surpassed that battle. And I think it's going back. Like, I tried to show someone it a couple, like not long ago, a few months ago, and it was like, I don't think it's aged very well. Like I know that's like
a bit like Cat in the Hat sort of.
Yeah. I feel like although that's like the second highest viewed battle on Don't Flop, I think. I don't think it's.
I think what about it is such like I think the concept of it was such a pull of being like, oh, it's a teacher versus like a student sort of vibe. Like that was the reason I watched it.
I didn't have like rewatch value in me.
Pardon?
I think I watched it once and I was kind of done with it, because for me it was like, okay, this is just viral content. It's not necessarily a full-on battle between these two people. They're fully marketed as I was your student and you were my teacher.
Yeah, because that's what got me to watch.
We know that wasn't the case. So for me as a battle rap fan watching it, it's like that was like theatre to me. That was like rappers doing like a Christmas Carol for me type thing. Like,
yeah, you almost feel a bit cheated, I guess.
Yeah. I don't mind these viral things. It's just that one. I just didn't have much rewatch value or replay value to call it in it. Rewatch.
Yeah, I don't think that battle holds up very well at all.
No, it is a bit of a novelty battle, though, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, for sure.
And how old is it? Like, how long ago did it happen?
I think it's like
probably about 8 years now, maybe even longer than that.
The style would have shifted.
2012, wasn't it, or 2013?
Somewhere around then, maybe
I'm pretty sure it was 2012.
Like the spike after, weren't it? It might have even been like 2010, 2011, you know.
Jesus.
Just to cut in quickly, guys. Sorry, I do want to wrap this up in a couple of minutes, just because my dinner's done. But just to kind of come back to the academy and explain that, the kind of person what it gives to the scene is really good. But Tom, I think that we should definitely follow this and the academy series as well, 100%. And do this as a series. And we'll get like obviously the guys involved and everything on. We spoke about judges as well, so we think we know that. Ellerstein said he's a judge, and we think Mav and Milky may be judges as well. Is that right? Was that what was said earlier?
That's what Dean said. I think you should be a judge, to be honest, brother. But
not into all that. Because I see what happens after a judge's result. There's always a battler outside. You fucking robbed me. He said that you don't get my bars. I'm too complex.
Love that.
I think you'd be alright.
I just didn't get it.
I've never met like anyone in battle rap that hasn't battled that has like as much social currency as like brother as like, especially you like disappeared forever. Like I forgot you existed, and then you just come back, and everyone was like, "Oh, like it's pretty mad, really, considering you've never had a battle."
Yeah.
Literally,
would you ever battle?
You what?
Would you ever battle? Have you ever tried to write bars and stuff?
You had a tryout, didn't you?
No,
It
never.
never
No,
happened.
people
It
think
never
this.
happened.
No, no, no.
Yeah, I know. Wasn't that a motive or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, so a guy called Motive, and people said it looked like me, so I ran with it.
No, but you were actually going to have a tryout at one point on King of the Runnels, weren't you?
Have you two ever been in the same room at the same time?
I'm sure you were. I'm sure there was a flyer and everything.
Nah, I'm sure I'd know about it.
Like a lot of weed.
Feels like something you'd know.
I do smoke a lot.
It's probably
so,
something you put together on your own.
It's getting
And
to
I
your brain
can't
now.
tell you put
I
together on your
probably
own
just
to
made it
tell people.
myself.
So what do you mean, man? You had like 6 barrels. Have you forgot?
You
Dude,
probably
it's so
said
windy
right
outside.
now.
I just heard, like, it's so windy
this is
outside.
the
It just
promo.
really whacking into the side of my house like 4 times. Mental
Wow.
shit out there. Hurricanes.
Storm.
So let us let you go and eat your tea, not
Yeah.
your dinner.
Yeah,
your tea,
yeah,
Daddy.
yeah.
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 Your tea.
My tea, my tea. All right,
You're
guys.
not
Well,
worth
yeah,
it.
it's been a pleasure anyway.
Yeah, it's been.
Brother, I'm gonna message you, man. I've got a few ideas on an episode I want to do, and I want to see
Yeah,
what you
man,
think as well.
definitely.
All right, cool.
Yeah, man, I'm
I
down
think
for
need
that.
to let Tom know first, though.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
definitely will.
Yo, don't join the forum, Tom. If I see a
No,
guy called Tom,
I won't do it. I won't do it. I'll wait for permission. I'll wait for a green light.
Fine. No
I'm
Tom
just
policy
banned.
now.
I'm just perma banned from the forum. I'm not allowed in.
Yo, nice to meet you, though, guys. Yeah, big
Yeah,
love.
man.
Glad
Yeah,
to
thank
go
you,
with
man.
you and that, yeah.
Margie.
Yeah. Peace out, man.
Bye.
Please.
So
Thank you all for
safe.
coming on. Thanks for all the comments and everything, guys. Thanks, Graz, for coming on and making us happy as well. That was great. Good luck in the
Legend.
tournament, man. I hope you do well.
Yeah,
we'll
man.
See you Saturday. We'll get an
Blessings.
episode arranged that we can come and review
Yeah, man.
what we see in that as well. All right.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
love to really
definitely,
get into
definitely. Yeah. After this first round, whatever you wanna, if you wanna do like a recap or whatever, just
Yeah,
let me know.
definitely.
Sick.
Yeah, we'll do it. We will. Awesome.
All right.
Right. Well, that's it, man. We're
That
gonna
works.
sign out. We're gonna go. Bye bye.
Bless.
Right. Peace.